Dude, I'm sorry, I had to break my little silence here because Matt just
The
put
one,
Alex
the
breathed on your
only,
favorite chatter,
Alexotos
bro.
less than 3.
How do I like, dude? Okay, Matt, I guess you're my favorite. I guess because I had to breathe while that happened. There's no way around it. I guess. Also, Cass, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, dude. Hell yeah! Oh my god. Hold, breathe, and yeah, hold breath and end stream for real, dude. That is funny. Oh my gosh. Boney Tony wants a compliment. Tony, let me think of a good one. I wanted to say something about breathing, but I feel like that was kind of stupid. You know, I'll say it anyways. Boney, every breath I take, I'm thinking about you. Okay, my guy. Love you, Tony. I hope everything's going well for you today. I hope the day's been calm and chill. I think I saw you online earlier, but I was also cleaning up a little bit for stream, which I didn't do a great job at because I have this really bad. I don't know. Did I ever tell you guys about this bad habit I have? I have this. Oh god, my hair's weird. I have this really bad habit of when I'm thirsty and need water, I'll just. Sometimes I forget that I have a cup in front of me, so I just get a new cup. I don't know why I do that for, but I do it. So that's just what I do. And it's a real bad habit. I lubed and filmed out some swapped MX2A Browns, and it was a fun stream. Hell yeah, man! I'm happy it was. Yeah, I kind of collect glasses, and they end up sitting at my desk. So, Alex is a baby confirmed. No object permanence. Yeah, I guess so. Oh man, wait, what's that? Daddy hair? Daddy hair? Now I told myself that I wanted to get my hair cut yesterday, but I thought about it, and honestly, I need to let it grow back to what it was. The last few haircuts I got, because I think I told you guys I hadn't been going to a hairdresser or a barber. I was just getting it done with me and my girlfriend, and you know, not for nothing, we always cut it the way I always had it. But when I went to the barber, I asked them just to clean it up, and when he cleaned it up, I didn't realize this. He's like, "Which way do you kind of part your hair?" And I was like, "Well, right now I'm kind of like doing it down the middle." And then he's like, "Okay, we'll cut it for that." And it kind of only really works when I have my hair like down. Well, I can't do it right now because I blow dried it up. But he kind of made it so it's, you know, kind of just falls down and doesn't look great in other ways. So I want to let it grow out again so I can get back my old hairstyle. Because I don't know, I don't like getting my hair cut anymore outside. I just want to do it myself. That way there I know how it's going to be done. I don't know. Just my thing. No hair is liberating? Maybe one day. Would you ever do a broccoli blowout for... Dude, I don't even know how to do that. So, just buzz cut? Ugh. Just buzz cut? Actually, you got more than a single haircut? I've gotten a few haircuts. Dude, I cut my hair pretty often. It grows real fast, man. So, actually, I think all of the Alex hairstyles look hot. Really? I appreciate that, Scrubs. I don't really like it the way it is right now, if I'm being real with you guys. It's in that weird in-between phase for me. And then also I've been lazy with shaving my beard. I just haven't been wanting to shave lately. But yeah, today's been a little bit of a longer one. A lot of work. And then I took a little break before stream to eat some food. But luckily, it's Friday. It's Friday, and we get to build one last keyboard before the weekend. So, typing on this Hope 75 you sent out and loving it. Love your work. Thank you again. Ribbon cables are not fun. Oh, did you take it apart? Yeah, I'm glad you like it, man. We're going to be doing some more giveaways next week. It should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. Alex, the Encore is not perfectly centered on the mat. I fixed it for you. Did you see my DM? I have not. I'll check it after stream. I wish pizza wasn't like 2,000 calories. Perfection. Dude, pizza is... You know, if you have a slice or two, it's not bad, but... I don't know. Can you guys do more than like 2 or 3 slices these days? Something about pizza. I love it, but I can only do 2 or 3 slices. I used to be able to like mow down on a whole entire keyboard. Jesus, pizza. Wrong thing. Do you have both the brass and aluminum Encore? I have the copper and aluminum here, but I only really use the aluminum one. I like the sound of it more, man. I don't know why. I just do. Maybe a bit more resonance coming through, more of that aluminum top out type of sound there. A drunken pizza night? Okay, what's your drunken pizza order? Not that I have done this in a while, but my order is I double pepperoni, super cheesy, and then usually I like getting a pan pizza for that. I think that's like my drunken pizza order, or just like want to feel like shit order. Pepperoni is so shit. I love pepperoni. But I will admit though, if you have a good pizza place, I know this is probably like not fun to hear, but if you have a really good pizza place, a cheese pizza with nothing else holds its own. Like if the pizza place does it right. If not, then yeah, you need toppings in any case. But a nice cheese pizza from a really solid place slaps. Ew. See, I knew people would say that. I can't be doing food while drunk. I'll do snacks, but full meals, especially greasy foods while drunk, sound like a great way to get sick. Maybe. Unsurprising, Alex likes cheese pizza. Why is that unsurprising to you, huh? Why is that unsurprising? Okay, you know what, dude? Original pizza? Dude, no. Please. Please, don't start with me. Hashtag original. Oh my gosh, dude. I know we've talked about this, but the last time we got pizza, we got Papa John's. I still think Papa John's is one of the best fast food pizzas around here. Everything else sucks. Pizza sucks. Pizza Nova is all right. Pizza Hut, I don't know how anyone eats Pizza Hut anymore. Like, I at least here, I think Pizza Hut's gone terribly downhill. So bad. What's up, Julian? How you doing? What a cool keyboard. Thanks. Do you like how centered it is on the mat? I'm running a persuasive essay about how people should try phoneless keyboards. Please give me a counterpoint. So wait. I'm writing... Oh, hold on. Pause. I'm writing a persuasive essay about how people try phoneless keyboards, or should try phoneless keyboards. Give me a counterpoint of why people shouldn't. Damn. We're going to get into like hot take territory here. Counterpoint. Well, okay, fuck, this is actually not a great counterpoint, because I'm saying if you've tried one, you've tried them all. Which is a really broad generalization, by the way, so please don't take me super serious. But to some degree, foam has the same sound signature when you put it in a keyboard. Obviously, it depends to some degree, but... counterpoint, I guess, is you'd want to make sure the keyboard sounds good without foam, and use foam as modifiers for your sound. And I think from a consumer standpoint, when you're buying stuff, you'd want the best thing to sound good in every form, right? So maybe that's a good counterpoint, is it's limiting. I don't know, because I feel like you're just saying try foam. I'm here for your argument, though. I think everyone should try a foamless keyboard, or a foamed keyboard, rather. Alex, I want to ask you about Fuji cameras. I'd love to answer. I remember you were having some issues with them and wondering, was Fuji bad reliably or just maybe bad luck? I feel like one camera is bad luck, Dan. I feel like 2 cameras getting a little dicey. And that's what happened. 2 cameras died. And this one here, the side camera, has been showing all the same signs of it slowly dying out. Now, I could chalk this up to dummy batteries, because none of them are Fuji, and Fuji doesn't even make dummy batteries. But this face camera I've had since I've started streaming. And it has gone through just as many hours as the rest of them. And it's also using the same third-party charger. So, I don't know. Fuji wouldn't even be that bad. Like, if their repairs weren't so costly. And I think that's my big issue with Fuji, is for this camera, the XS10, I think at the time I paid like $1,400 for this. They want $850 minimum to fix this. And this is an old camera at this point. My XT4, they want over $1,000 to fix. So, like, what do I do? And now this, as you guys can see, watch what happens when I turn it on. You heard the camera move, but nothing will happen. The lens will turn on, but I'll just have to... So again, I'll turn it on. Doesn't even work now. Hold on. I don't even know what's wrong with it. It worked for like a solid day, and then... So it works. It clearly turned on there. Nothing's for the viewfinder. It just... That's it. So, yeah, anyways. I like Fuji cameras. I really do. And again, I want to chalk it up to the way I use them. Yeah, my face cam is Sony. And maybe the way I use them wasn't the best. However, I'm still on team Fuji fixing things out of warranty. Way too fucking expensive, dude. Way too pricey. I ordered my Key Cult Zero today. Need advice on what switches to pair with plateless? I mean, you know, I think a lot of things would sound really nice on that. You could go with the milky yellow. You could go... Dude, you know what actually would sound pretty good on that, I feel? Like Oil Kings. The new Oil Kings sound pretty good. I'm not in camera, but why does every camera you show, they're all broke? Is it a common thing? The two Fuji ones? Well, it's because I use them for streaming, which is not really their intended purpose. So again, I'm conflicted on how I feel about them. What prime lens am I using? I am using a Zeiss 50mm 1.4, but I don't know what aperture I have it on. It's been a while since I've set this thing up. Whew. Tomorrow, by the way, guys, tomorrow, I have the whole day to just do some other things, and I am going to do a huge cleanup of this place, and I might even finally paint those little white spackle that's on the wall there. So I have a huge day ahead of me tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be, no, I don't think I'm gonna play games tomorrow. I want to actually like get things done. I vacuumed today, actually. I did vacuum today. I want to get things done tomorrow around here. But today we're building a Volt. Ooh, my camera does not like this. Volt 2.0 for a client. Percent Studios Volt 2.0. I don't think I've actually built this yet, but the box is super dope. I love this color scheme going on. I like the design of the box. My camera said frick you to this, though. Yeah, pretty sick packaging. I think I would have personally preferred a hard shell case, but, you know, to each their own. So the client wants us to use all the foam and the FR4 plate. Okay, I understand why, because this is a flex cut PCB. Okay. Percent is still alive. Percent is actually just doing things... Like, they're just doing the Key Cult method right now, which is designing things and getting other people to run them now, because they're terrible at running things. They're god-awful at doing the thing, running a business. So, they are now just designing, from what I understand. Hot take, perhaps, but Alex, I think you should stream with much less expensive gear. Well, so here's the... I agree with you, by the way, way too lucky. Here's the thing. I started doing that with the XT3, because this I bought used. This was a panic... The top-down was a panic purchase. Long story short, during COVID, when the cameras died and I needed another camera, because everyone was streaming and everyone was doing things, this was a panic purchase. I decided to just reuse my Sony camera. But yes, I agree with you. I should start using less expensive stuff. But the XT4 at the time was never meant to be a streaming camera. That was actually just a camera that I had bought because I liked the Fuji camera. And then when I was persuaded to try using Fuji, I was like, damn, this looks real good. But, you know, I don't think I've ever seen this board in person. Oh, wow, this is pretty. Percent does make really pretty keyboards. Ooh, I like the coating on this already. Man, this is interesting. Did they wrap this cable in like a nylon for the channel? Interesting. Volt 2.0 master control. Interesting. That is an... See that little arced top piece as well? And I'm guessing this is like a dot matrix display with some sort of screen over here. The coating on this is really nice. Damn. Does this open up or something? Oh, it does. Oh, this is magnets. Wait, what the hell is this for? This is for... I don't know. Diego, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. How's your stream? What'd you guys do today? What were you guys all up to? Hopefully some fun stuff. Interesting. Wireless? Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, the Zero. Did you like it? What'd you think? Is it the same thing on this side? No, this is just another piece that just magnetizes off. Well, that's kind of cool. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. We've been speculating on Alex's server? Speculating. Oh, this is a leaf spring design, too. Interesting. Not sure if it's just me, but it does remind you of the Juby. Because of the same mounting. Oh, for the Zero? I think it's because the visuals were so different that maybe I didn't think so. Alright, let's do... Well, I guess let's just start with stabs, I suppose. We don't really need to open this for anything. Yeah, I guess so. We're doing all the foam for this. Alex, your secret switch is Gazoo Manu by 10. No, it's nothing like that. Conan 150 stream streak is kind of crazy. Thank you, Conan. Appreciate that. Yeah, maybe that's why it didn't remind me too much of it. The Juby's a nice board, though. Did you do something to the leaves on the Nixie tops? Which one? Sorry. All right, here's the PCB. So it has per key RGB on this. Interesting. Holy flexi. God damn. 1.2. End flex cuts. The tease of those secret switches is killing me. Didn't Anit post like a close-up of those switches or something in Discord? Didn't he do that? Yeah, he did, right? Yeah, and leaf springs is pretty crazy. This is going to be a bouncy board. I don't even know if the foam's going to matter much here. Okay, we'll put these back in here, and then let's close this up for now. That Anit guy. I mean, you guys saw. I don't know. There's not really much to say without it spoiling everything for the Switch, so I'm just gonna wait for that. Let's just leave this to the side. All right, let's grab this and let's start getting some switches prepped. And we're using QMX switches today, actually. Leaked the Tim keyless switch. Shake my head. Tim would never release a switch. Tim would never, dude. QMX. Ooh, this color of QMX. I forgot they made this color. So it's pretty fixed for this, right? There's not really a lot of options. Do we have? Oh, wrong way. Yeah, pretty fixed. So we are going to be using, I guess, is this a 6U? Oh, it's a 7U. Wow. Fixed 7U on this board. Wait, is it? Wait, are these plate mounted? Oh no, these are screw in. What the hell am I talking about? Wait, are they? Yeah, they're screw in. I don't know why I thought these were plate mounted for a sec. That's what a hater would say? Who's hating what? I want to theorize like it's Severance. I mean, you can theorize it. That's fine. You can go ahead and do that as much as you want. Oh, I need this wire. Okay. These wires can go back in here. Okay, let's do one stab at a time. Because, dude, these stabs here are a bit frustrating because you have one shot, really, at making these sound good. You cannot tune these afterwards. And they were relatively easy to get sounding good. Don't get me wrong. No split backspace, no split right shift. Yeah, there's not a lot of options for this board, but there's like a trick to getting this thing out. But it was, oh yeah, it's this way. Okay. More importantly, no stepped caps. I mean, yeah, there's no options on this. It's rather limited. So wait, what happened with the leaf or something like that? You guys are saying something, but I'm not really following right now. At least it's 7U? Yeah. 500 freedom credits is kind of expensive. To be fair, though, percent designs are usually pretty pricey. I don't think I've seen a cheap percent keyboard in a long time. So, I was actually asking you about these stabs the other day. What do you think of these? I'm so mixed on this, man. So my answer to you is I like what they did like they sort of did with this. I like the fact that it's so enclosed. But that comes at a bit of a disadvantage. The disadvantage is if the lube settles in these stabilizers, which sometimes it does, you'd have to disassemble the whole thing like I just did to get into it, because there's no way to get access to where the wire is. So, like I said, a bit of a disadvantage there. And they're kind of costly for what they are too. Like, they're not really reinventing the wheel none. They do say these are supposed to be a bit more quiet for a stabilizer, but I don't agree. I think they're relatively the same volume, maybe a little bit lower. I don't know. They're not bad stabs by any stretch of the imagination. They come with a lot of nice stuff in the box, I guess. Like, you do get a lot of stabilizers for the price. But again, it's a bit of a gamble. They also don't really work well with thick lube at all. Not one bit. This is a client build, yes. I do it with 205 or something, not thick as dielectric. For this, yeah. About to play Overwatch. Diego, win your games for us. Win them. Another reason for plateless boards, I guess. Dude, you know what we need? This just needs to happen again. We need manufacturers and designers to just give us plates that are a little bit more open around the stabs, like we sort of had a trend at one point where that was freaking happening. And then I don't know why everyone decided, nah, that wasn't good. We don't want to do that anymore. It was so nice. And then everyone's like, yeah, okay, not anymore. We're done with that. Does Mode still have it? As far as I remember, they don't still have it on some of their plates. Alex, have you got the unlubed MX2As from Gion before? I was chatting with Hamburger and he found some on his, and I'm finding some on mine as well. For what, remnants of lube? Dude, yeah. I already opened a few up and there's a little bit of remnants of lube on some of them. They're not bone dry. I don't know what's with fucking Cherry, man. Who knows? But I bought 900 of them, so. Bro, man really thinks he's a Milky Yellow fanboy when in reality? No, I still have more Milky Yellows than that. I couldn't tell. Did Alex answer my previous question? Which one, Aki? Do you mind repeating? If anything, I'll just repeat on my end. Yeah, I plan on using them for stream, and then I'm going to list a few. I listed a patch of switches today, but it's sold like within 5 minutes. People have been really enjoying those little. Yeah, I had 2,000 in it. People have been really enjoying the what's it called? The pre-lube switches that I've been offering, or the hand lube switches, I should say. So I'm gonna do more because everyone's been asking me to do more, and I think it's cool. I was joking that I didn't see you pull that kilo of cherry switches when you answered that person's question. Oh, yeah. Actually, it weighs quite a bit. Yeah, dude, Gion, I ordered this like a day ago, and it showed up at my door today, and I'm like, what the hell? How on earth did this come so quickly? It was like a day. Gion has like a special hookup, I think, with DHL or something. Dude, it was like it was like $17 or something like that, Keep Science. $17 or something? It was under 25 for sure. Like legit faster than domestic. I also had I don't mind saying this, but because we're going to be doing it next week, JJW shipped me the Cloudline. And he was supposed to ship it last week, so he printed the label. So I've had the tracking. And yesterday night, he messaged me saying, "So sorry, Alex. I literally just dropped it off in the morning. It should come to you, and it should come to you in like a few days." And when I saw that message, it was at night, and I went to bed. I woke up, and at around 11 o'clock, I was going through my Discord messages, and I messaged JJW back, and I was like, "It's already here." I think it literally got to me in about 20 hours. And I thought that was also pretty crazy. But all of my DHL shipments over the last few days have been coming 3 days or 4 days ahead of time. So I don't know what DHL is doing right now, but it is crazy, dude. I have no idea. Like this is the same level that I used to get when I used to get like overnight UPS shipments. I don't do that anymore because it's insane, but DHL's top right now, that blew my mind. I'll say that much. It really did like make me go, wow, that is insane service. Surprised when the switches arrived without taxes and brokerage? Oh no, there was taxes and brokerage, but I paid that like the moment I got the notification, which is when I guess Gion dropped off, or they did a pickup at Gion's shipping place. So that came in quick. That I paid. And, that was like the standard amount on whatever I paid for, but I was shocked. DHL is super solid for me. Yeah. Again, especially because like the shipping I paid was like $25 or something. Do you mind sharing how much taxes and brokerage was? Yes, I don't mind. It was because I ordered 900, and I think the bill is relatively high. I think it ended up being something like $92 or $93 or something like that. So actually, I think that was a little bit low, to be honest. CAD. I feel like I should have gotten charged $150, but they only gave me it for $92 or something, like I said. So not bad. Honestly, not bad at all. Okay, let's do the other stabs. I just wanted to make sure this is A-okay to fit in here. Perfect, it is. Hearing how good DHL are to you makes me salty. Are they not good to you? And Gion Springs are my favorite springs right now, so I love stocking up on dry cherry and springs. Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm going to do a batch tomorrow, because I also, like, in my cleaning session tomorrow, I just want to sit down and loop some switches and watch a movie. So I'm hoping that I'll have some time to lube a batch and maybe list them on the website. I think that could be really cool. I'm like overwhelmed that people have been really enjoying those hand lube switches that I've been listing. I don't do it super often, and I apologize, but I'm I'm flabbergasted that people like that stuff. Okay. So do this really slowly because I want to get these stabs perfect. Because again, I got one shot with these things. DHL lost my keyboard from Germany. They found it in another UK shipping company 3 months later. Did they end up shipping it to you? Can you hand lube me? Huh? I had to self-collect? Well, at least they found your thing. That's lame though. I'm going like a little bit heavier on the lube on the plastic parts. And then I'm doing normal on the spring or the wires here. There's music, it's just really low. Here, I'll turn it back up. I felt a little self-conscious about the music today because someone yesterday after stream messaged me saying that I had it way too loud. And I watched it back and I'm like, oh, it was loud in certain spots. A little self-conscious about it. The box has been retaped 4 to 5 times. Oh shit. Yeah, that's never a fun feeling too. The feeling of when a box comes in with holes in it and you're like, I hope everything's in there. Sorry, can't hear you over the music. My music's pumping right now, it's blasting. Happy to be here. Z-Grief, how you doing, man? Am I saying the name right? I'm happy all you guys are here. Thanks for all the support, guys, and thanks for just chilling, hanging out here, guys. As always, man. It means a lot. I look forward to this part of the day all the time. All the time. The board has no physical damage, but there's that unwanted feeling. That's kind of sad. You're kind of giving life to that board right now and also making it seem pretty damn lonely. That is super sad. The unwanted feeling. Yeah, what board was it actually? I'm curious. Oh, let's do this too. I'm so curious right now. The Keep got traumatized. It was a chapter 2? Oh, that would have been so sad if you had lost that. That would have been so sad, Zach. That is a nice board, too. There was no damage, you said, right? No damage at all? Nope. Have you seen Gray Studios' latest board, the Macross 65? I'm building a Gray Studios board this weekend. On Sunday, I think. I don't know if that's the one I'm building. I forget the name of it now. But, I'm glad to see Potter doing some new stuff again. I feel like it's been a little while, and Gray Studios, I've always said this, they hold a little special place in my heart. It was one of the very first boards, like the brands that I kind of got invested in, other than Rama. And I'm glad they're still doing stuff to this day, and they've kind of kept themselves out of trouble, you know? Alex, did you know there's an old Portuguese legend that says a mustachioed Canadian man will one day arise and go to be on the most beautiful mustachioed keyboard man in the universe? How old is that legend? How new is that legend? You have stab pads everywhere but the stabs? Oh, for these? No, this is film Alaska. Like a IPX film or whatever it's called. Rama? Yeah, I know. Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, when Rama was good, I liked the Rama Works' keywords, but that feels like many, many moons ago. I after I saw that you were saying Alaska, I kind of knew, but I'm like maybe Maybe he thinks it's an actual sticker. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just won't correct him if that's the case, or correct myself. This legend as old as time itself, but our elders say legends can travel forwards and backwards in time. Where's that from? Why do I feel like that's from somewhere? By the way, speaking of, it feels like Disney. Speaking of Disney, was Moana 2 any good? I think I asked you guys, but I forgot the answer. I think it got like pretty poor ratings, so I wasn't too, well, not as high as I thought it was. I hated it. Well, that saves me the trouble, I guess, of watching that movie. It's from Castlevania. Is it actually? What's up, Alec? Dude, what's up, man? Long time no see. How's life been? How has life been for you? Hate is a strong word, but it was so meh compared to the original. Felt like they just wanted money. Oh, did it feel like a little bit uninspired? Like a cash grab kind of movie? Castlevania show on Netflix is absolutely slaps. I have never seen it. Maybe I should watch that. I haven't been really watching any shows other than... This sounds crazy, but I've been watching Pokemon. That's really about it. I wanted to start Pokemon from scratch to see how much of it as a kid I actually watched, and I've been kind of hooked. Those Castlevania shows are so violent, like in a good way or a bad way, though. That's not crazy. I have to admit, though, the season 1 of Pokemon is a little tough to get through right now. I've heard it. See, like the second part of it or whatever gets a little bit better, because I think this is as far as I've ever seen as a kid, but a little painful. Sentient, thank you so much for the Prime, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. So kind. Extremely violent, but I would say in a good way. But yeah, if you're not into gore, those Castlevania shows are not it for you. Is it? It's a cartoon. It's animated, right? So nice. J-Caps, thank you. Appreciate the tier 1. Welcome in, bro. Hopefully you're having a good day today. Hopefully life is treating you super well. It's animated, right? Okay. It's so good. All right, maybe that's on my next up. I still have to watch Severance, man. That's like the last show that I have on my recommend list from everybody to watch, but I just haven't started it at all. Yes, I know, dude. Yes, Severance. How many episodes is season 2? Oh, man, I really need to get on that. What mouse am I using? I'm using the Endgame Gear OP1W 4K. Bit of a mouthful, but I'm really enjoying this mouse. Actually, you may not see this on my desk in the next week. I may switch to my Sora on this desk and move this back up to my gaming room. I was actually using this mouse for photos for a project that I got because it was supposed to be like gamer stuff. And I like this mouse too much compared to the Sora. Like, I think the clicks on this and the shape of this, I don't know what it is, something about this feels a lot better to me than the Sora. And the Sora already is like a 9 out of 10 mouse for me. So, no trackpad. Maybe I will switch to the trackpad. Maybe that makes more sense, honestly. What's this? What's this PayPal notification? Oh. I spent money on a subscription. The Kiwi is smiling at me. Wait, which one's smiling at you? Oh, this thing? Yeah, it's kind of cute. It is kind of cute. All right, let's do this PCB. Hit scan hyperlight. Oof. Mice I have to be very careful with. There's a few mice I still kind of want to grab just to try. But very dangerous path to go down, everybody. Subscriptions that aren't to Alexotos. It won't let me subscribe to myself. It's my Adobe subscription. Just came up. I'm happy with my Logitech MX Ergo plus trackball. Yeah, if you're happy with what you have, never replace it. No point. Unless you need an upgrade of some sort. I actually talked myself out of buying the that little BenQ desk light or monitor light thing. I don't know. I was looking at it again today and I'm like, man, this is expensive and it's just a glorified lamp at this point here. Sure, it looks nice and it's kind of convenient being on the top of the monitor. But I ended up just moving my lamp back on my desk. I edit some of my videos, but most of my videos, I would say like 70% of them, Manoli edits. He's someone who used to be in the keyboard hobby, but he really likes editing videos, so he edits my videos. But there are some that I still edit when Manoli can't get to them. The BenQ light is useful if you do keep stuff and work at the same desk. Yeah, I mean, that's the original reason why I was like, maybe I should pick this up. But I'm finding it a bit difficult to justify $250. So, like, it's nice, but is it $250 nice? Doesn't it feel weird using a mouse without a pad? It does a little bit. Like, it's not the best feeling in the world. But, I mean, I still try my best to not care about it. Because I like the desk minimal. And I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. A lot of the desk pads in the keyboard world right now, with the exception of like these smaller desk pads or some of the ones with like a bit of texture, I'm not a big fan of. Like, I don't like the way they, like, it's just not my style anymore. But I actually have an idea for a desk pad that I'm hoping can come to fruition. Because I thought of something the other day, I'm like, that would look really cool. But it doesn't exist, so I thought of it. We'll see if we can figure out how to get it made. I just got a WL Beast. Oh, dude, the mouse kind of feels weird. That's kind of been on my to try list. The WL Mouse Beast X Max. I think Desk Hero has them, right? It would be compatible for all desks, yeah. Are you still working on an article about springs? It's a slow burn with that. Like, I don't have a lot of working pieces for that article. But yes, I actually have some opinion pieces that are probably going to come out first about the keyboard hobby. Just some, I think, other types of reads, not just reviews and top 5 lists and stuff like that. Not that I'm a huge fan of the top 5 lists, but should have some more stuff coming out. The Lamzu Fnatic Maya X collab. Oh, dude, then I have seen that in the orange. Fuck, there is some cool mice, man. Why does it always come back to mouse talk? I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with the keyboard, you know? Wondering about the traffic of the article website. Are you getting, how much are you getting? Here, I'll tell you guys, I don't mind. Let me load up Google Analytics for a second. Probably not the best way to do this, because I think you can opt out to get yourself tracked for this, right? I don't really remember. Hand in hand? I get it. I got that one. Thanks to you and your channel, I built my first custom keyboard from scratch and it's an HE. Oh, hell yeah, what was it? That sounds awesome. Oh, I hit get started today, not sign in. So for example, the website is up this week by 13%. And total active users for the last 7 days was 4.3 thousand. Total views was 9.9 thousand. And there was 3.8 thousand new people who came to the website. I don't know how exactly registers that, I forget. I used to know, but I don't remember now. So it's not like it's super high traffic or anything, but I don't know. There are some days this goes pretty crazy, like there's an article that gets a lot of views for something. But it's just Google Analytics. I don't know the actual... There probably is a better tool to track all this, but... Is it crazy, Naka? I don't know, is it? Is that a good amount of users? It almost feels like it's not, compared to other pieces of social media, but... I've always been happy with the traffic it gets. I always wanted to own an artisan mouse pad. Oh, dude, I just finished looking at those because I do need to replace my mouse for my mouse pad upstairs, and I was considering getting an artisan, but fuck, the pricing was so wild. Sounds crazy to me just because I wouldn't honestly know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, again, I'm not too sure. But the main question for web traffic is growth over time. Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone here more well-versed in like what's good web traffic or not, but that's what it's always kind of been. Like if I pull it to the last, let's just say last 12 months. So there's been 500,000 views, which is interesting. 500,000 views on the website, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I work in marketing, but month over month. Yeah, month over month is probably really important too. Like I said, it's grown, definitely grown. But I mean, if you look at this chart the whole year, it averages about 4,000. So, how do I look that up, Big Papa? How do you look at the month over month? Just the last 30 days? Well, last 30 days, it's a decrease because there was a big spike that happened on one of the days from an article that got picked up from Google. So, probably not the best thing to look at this month. It says it's down 25%. Mr. Alex painting a keeb right now. Did you get a painting a keeb? Do you see views by country? I do. But I think, you know what? I think if I actually go into my website thing, there's a better tracker. Let me see something real quick. 1 second, guys. I think there's a better tracker if I go in here. Painting a keeb though, geez. I'm so curious now. Bum, bum, bum. How are you, Alex? I'm doing okay. It's been a little bit of a longer day, but I'm doing good. I think it's good. Actually, it says about the same thing. So, same thing. About 45,000 people viewed the website in the last month. Yeah, I don't really know what's good web traffic. So, I was dying when I saw the Discord note and you called your girlfriend for delaying stream. it's cause like, you know that like that meme where it's like there's always one thing before you need to do something, and that always happens. There's always like, oh wait, we just remembered something that we had to do, and let me go do that really quick, and it always happens to be right before stream. So it's kind of funny. So today I'm like, I'm gonna blame you. She's like, go for it. GA won't do the math for you, so if you want to look the last 6 months, the napkin math monthly growth. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd have to look at that one day. I'm super curious. I don't post regular articles though. Not as much as other people do. I want to change that. I want to do more because I find them really fun. Okay, we're going to put the foam in, and then we're going to quickly just make sure this all actuates. My mom is the queen of that. It's frustrating sometimes. You like try to get things done, and it's like, but one thing real quick. Hold on, I don't like the way, I feel like I need to cut this. I don't like the way this foam sits above. Actually, it should be fine. It kind of compresses inwards. That's actually okay. Never mind, we're good. If you want to learn more about it, that side of things, I'm happy to hop on a call. Dude, I would absolutely love to, Big Papa. Can we, not this upcoming week, but maybe we schedule something the week after and actually learn about that? Because I actually do want to brush up about all that stuff again, man. I used to do it all the time for one of my jobs that I used to work at, and honestly, I just don't remember. It wasn't something that I ended up being super interested in as a job, so it kind of, it didn't stick with me. Yes, please, Big Papa. That's awesome of you, bro. Thank you so much, man. I wish that stuck with me a little bit more, actually. It feels great putting time into something that we enjoy. Yeah, like I was telling you guys the other day, it is nice, you know. It is nice seeing that people still enjoy keyboard stuff via my website. Also, there's this alternate piece of plastic, but I feel like this is going to sound really bad if we end up using it. I don't know if the owner of the keyboard's in chat. I'd rather us not use this. We can, but I feel like this is going to sound awful. I think we just do the standard all foam build. It's nice to know people still really enjoy reading something. I think that's the big thing for me too, right? It is nice seeing people enjoying to read, which is awesome. Not use it. All right, so we're also not going to put in the screws because I feel like this makes it sound a little bit funky. And now we're using some HMX Hyacinths. Fun to use this. Can someone teach me how to read? Maybe. No. Ooh, these are pretty. I forgot how nice these things look. Very cool looking. Very, very cool looking. Let's put some stuff away. Just got the HMX lattes in the mail yesterday. HMX switches are nice. I do like them. I do like them indeed. Oh. Piece of dust. Okay, let's put these, just a few in randomly to the board, and let's test the stabs out. Make sure they all actuate. These are V2Us, which I think I've used these recently-ish, and I really liked them. So hopefully they also sound really good today. No, Bear, nothing. I should just really hit up, I should just really try to hit up Unikeys and see if they have any spares so I can try them out. Nice, just put a set in the Molly I'm using, love them. Oh, this particular pair? The set? Yeah, I forget what board it was we used last time, but I remember really enjoying these switches. I'm gonna put the corners and then we'll try them. I have a commission from Bowl that has a Cappy 60 mount. Which switches do you recommend, or which switches do you think would pair the best? I was planning on rebuild. Currently have Alu and HMX. My answer is a bit boring. I really think going with like Milky Yellows or MX2As are the way with that board. But you know what you also could use? W1 Diamonds, in my opinion, are a great recommendation. Obscuras are also a really good recommendation. I feel like they have a nice depth to them. I feel like SWK switches might be a little bit too loud for that particular board. So maybe skip on SWK. Maybe also skip on most HMX as well. But I feel like HMX has a broader range of sound compared to SWK switches. W1s are nice. They have a nice depth to them. This is a pretty keycap set. Retro Series 4. Oh, this is by Junior Mars. Oh, this is nice. Pretty. This will go really well with the board. Good pick here. I did a really... Okay. Not to toot my own horn, but I think I did a really good job with these stabs. Perfect. Ooh. Where can I find info on the Volt 2.0? That is a really great question. So Glee2 is the owner of this board. I don't know if he'll have some info for you. I don't know when this board launched. This is not a board I particularly followed at the time. Perfect. So I'm not 100% sure. Swag keys. Beautiful. Okay, we'll just leave those in for now. Beautiful, everybody. It's a pretty looking board. Like, just to look at it one more time. I mean, this is really cool. We'll take off this sticker afterwards, but like I said, dude, Percent, they make cool things. It's just a shame that sometimes their customer service, well, not sometimes, it's like 80% of the time, it kind of sucked. It's a big shame. God, I love HMX switches. They're nice. They're nice. I do enjoy them. My last one, Alex built this with the Wuche Freya. Oh, that was a really nice Freya. I think I made a YouTube video on that one there. That one there ended up turning out really nice. Alex, did you like the TT Reds? Fuck. I remember using them, Mamba, but I don't remember what I thought about them. Maybe that speaks for itself. I think I liked them. I think they were okay. They weren't, if this means anything for my own personal preferences, I don't think I liked them enough to go get another batch. Because sometimes I do that. I pick up another batch of whatever I use and just keep it in storage. Because I do have a little bit of a collection of switches. Not a whole crap ton, but a little one. A variety, I mean. That pin bent. I felt it. Alright, let's switch afterwards. Got it, thanks. Anytime. I have huge leaking problems with the TT Reds. Uh-oh, that is not good. Something you don't want to happen with your switches, for sure. Happy Friday, chat. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's just vibing, I hope. Hopefully it's not been too much of a stressful Friday for everybody. I feel like a lot of people I know have been having pretty stressful Fridays. I need Switch Rex for a CF plate. Which board is it, Baron? Let us know the board, and I feel like we can all probably give you a recommendation here. Been really enjoying KeyGeek switches with their new molds. Dude, KeyGeeks are one of my top tiers right now. They are legitimately so good. A 65? Oh. Okay, again, a little bit bias here. Obscura sound real nice. W1 Diamonds sound real good. You could also go with Milky Yellows. I feel like I really like Milky Yellows with CF in that particular board. But then again, Milky Yellows in any of the mode products, I feel like they just slap. So it's been a really stressful one for me. Glad to be home and getting ready to relax and build a board with the boys. Are you streaming tonight, Lanes? The thing with... So, Ghost Dragons and all other SWK stuff, they're really loud. And it's not that I don't like that. I love SWK stuff. But I think there's like a time and place for when I use them. That's why you don't see me use them as much. But yeah, they're all... And I hate making this generalization about SWK stuff. They're all kind of the same-ish sound-wise. And they're just really loud. But they're really nice sounding. But they're just kind of loud. So you may have mixed results using that. Did I just put the bent switch back in? Okay, one of them doesn't work. I'll just take it out. You may have some mixed results. Thoughts on the Kiwi Defense Agar? I'm going to be building one next week. I think the day of launch. So if you guys are interested, I'll be doing it then. I have one here. But I have no real thoughts on it yet just because I haven't built it. It looks cool though. I've heard mixed things. We'll see though. SWK on nylon plate in mode slaps. Yeah, the nylon definitely would probably tone down the switch a little bit. For sure. But yeah, it's a nice combo. It's a really nice combo, Liv. Yeah. SWKs are one of those switches where I do feel like you kind of have to be a bit careful. Because the wrong pairing could be really loud. I have the itch to build a board, but too lazy to desolder one. I don't blame you. Desoldering is a pain in the ass. Really is. Buy new PCB and profit? Well, someone will be profiting. Might not be Elk One. What's up, Mandy? How you doing? Might not be Elk One. The board looks clean. Oh, this one we're doing now, or? I gotta admit, these switches are smooth. These things are smooth. Yeah, though I'm finally ready to check out cat mints tonight, which is gonna be cool. I wanted to try them out. Cat mints are nice. I like cat mints. Those are probably one of my favorite SWK switches. I'm pretty excited to hear this board. Me too. I'm excited to see what this is going to sound like. Also, a bit of a Manta update. Looks like we'll be getting some stuff, hopefully beginning of next month. So, looks like we're not a little behind in terms of the prototype production, but it should come around then. And I'm going to be scheduling some content around that, so in case you guys are interested in the Manta. Have I tried HMX Raws? I feel like I have, but I don't remember if I have or not. These switches are pretty. They're really lovely color. Like, these are gorgeous looking. I love a little marbly sound on the side. After all my usual builds, I low-key want to pick up a Lucky 65 for cheap. Hey, Liv, I have a Lucky here that I've been kind of dying to use and play around with. I just haven't had the time. But you know what? Do it. If you want to, go for it. Plus, not KBD fans. Kinetic Labs is pretty cool if you end up shopping from them. They're cool to support. All right. I get confused because there's so many raw switches. Yeah, a lot of people use the same namesakes over and over and over again, which is so annoying. Really is. Oh. Gion in his Raw series. Well, you got the Gion Raw series, and then you have other people using the word Raw with other switches. Little confusing if you ask me. Just a smidge. Just a tiny little bit. A little bit confusing. So maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. You guys inspired me. Maybe I'll finish one of my opinion pieces tomorrow. About keyboards. I give Gion credit for starting the trend. Was it Gion? Was he the original Raw Switch? Was that Gion? You know, I am, but this is a little bit of an opinion that I have. I've been meaning to kind of talk about this. I am glad that HMX decided to go the route of redoing the molds and actually improving the Switch, unlike JWK. And maybe I'm a bit, not traumatized, but at the same time maybe, by JWK because they had what I feel is like one of the more popular brands at the time, and they just let it go to shit. And I was a little worried HMX was going to do the same thing. But I am extremely happy with their new molds. And they've just been getting better and better. So good for them. I feel like Neon was the go... Really? The first one? You think so? Yeah, these are the V2Us. Also a really pretty color too. Definitely? Yeah. He coined the term RAW for his series, asking every menu for the most basic Switch with no dice so people could compare the menus. Oh. That makes sense. Really one of the few good things left from JWK, the Emo Gogos. Is that... Oh yeah, that is them. Yeah, I lost faith in JWK. Maker Mods did a whole video comparing them. I'll have to check that out. That sounds cool. I want to do more videos like that one day, but I feel like I'm going to leave it to people who are better than me at doing small comparisons like that and actually making good content like that. I feel like me, I like doing this. Ken, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that, man. All right. 17 months is crazy too, bro. I appreciate it. Duroc sorta is, but not really. There's a whole thing about it. I forget the actual reasoning why, but... God damn, dude. Hyper, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. Thank you, bro. Oh wait, solder video on the Void? I did a written article. I'm not good at those videos. I'm not, guys. I realized a long time ago that, like, I can do them, but they just eat up so much of my will to create, and then I just don't like doing them. You know? I've never really been an analytical guy when it comes to things. I'm more of, like, this is just how I live my life. Like, I'm more of just I'd rather try it and then kind of see how it feels. So I ended up not really liking the whole, storyboarded YouTube video type things. So streaming is very much my style. It's more, it's not even mental, sorry. It's like my creative passion. I don't love, like, for me, getting a video written down, storyboarding it, recording all the scenes. It's not something I've ever really enjoyed. Like, the few times that when I got started with it, I think I liked it once or twice. And then I'm like, oh, I actually prefer preparing stuff for streaming, getting to talk to people. Because when I'm doing those types of videos, it's just me. And I kind of feel almost this sense of, like, being alone, if that makes any sort of sense. But, it was just never my thing. I just kind of like being around people and being social. Like, that's just how I've always been. And again, when it comes to technical things, doing more technical videos, I've never been that guy. I've never been a technical person when it comes to, like, you know, this plastic is better than this plastic. I get why that's important. But I'm more of I'd rather just see what I like, and then when I like something, I'll dive into the details. And that's kind of how I prefer it. That's interesting, and thanks for sharing. Wow, thanks for listening. You don't like scripted content and prefer to be more fluid? Yeah, exactly. So how on earth do we open this? Is there screws in the bottom? There is. Put the feet on too. Love your streams, and I appreciate the natural flow of things. It's about keyboards and not about keyboards. And I think that's what makes me want to do this, if that makes any sense. I almost feel like if I didn't have that balance of about keyboards but not about keyboards, I feel like I would have burnt out a long time ago. So, pretty sure opinion pieces are doing much better on YouTube these days. Yeah, maybe I could do a few talking head videos like that for sure. For what it's worth, I know that I, along with everyone else, definitely grateful to be able to interact with you live as well. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm a little confused by these feet. Are these supposed to go here? But these are too big for this hole. Like this little cutout. Oh, wait, hold on. They are supposed to go there. There's a little ridge or something on this. That's kind of weird. I don't like the way that is. Same, I love Alex and his feet. Huh? Okay. Do you have any suggestions for split ortho keyboards? I don't have a whole lot, unfortunately. I am a little bit, I'm not really...
Hi, Alex. Will you build the cloud line
I will
R2?
be, yes. R2? Why did you say it like that? Sneaks, thank you so much. I appreciate that, dude. I don't have any great suggestions for that, for a split ortho. they're not something I necessarily dabble with all the time. So, R2? Kibio Iris is a good starter. Yeah, I've seen that around. Maybe that is a good suggestion. Lurking and watching Tim play Tarkov. Is Tim streaming Tarkov? Like, on Twitch? Would be nice one of these days for Tim to go live again. No. Tim streams? He used to a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. He was a good streamer. Sometimes. He spilled coffee once or twice. Had some hot takes. I don't know when next week, Payne. I have to really revamp my schedule for next week because I got some asks to do some last minute projects. Or not last minute, I shouldn't say that. Just some projects that would have to be scheduled in next week. So, next week's going to be a really busy one. Next week's going to be a week full of streaming. So, probably every day. Interesting internals. I do appreciate some of the smaller details. Like, percent, like I said, they're really cool. Like, that's cool. Even like the little silk screening on the daughter board there, which means they had to get this done custom for this. Like, it's cool. It is really, really interesting. This giant little PCB here, that was a cool touch how they did that. Like, that is really interesting. This is neat. I love this. This cable channel is gorgeous. Very interesting. Yeah, like, I love the internals of this. This is really cool. I'm guessing this is a spare part. I'm assuming. Oh, hold on a second. How do they... Oh, hold on. We have to really feed this through here. Hold on. Let me get tweezers because the foam shifted around a little bit. Where's my tweezers? Tweezers. Here we go. I need to somehow feed the cable through this. So there's the cutout there. Okay, never mind. That's not too difficult. So, what else do we have to do here? These are standoffs for the PCB, which we don't need. We need these. Feed me? Are you hungry right now, Scrubs? Voyager kind of expensive, but still might be up your alley. Oh, for the split ortho? I've also seen that board around. Oh, come on. Really new to keyboards. What's a good place to buy pre-lube switches? Is it just better to learn how to lube them myself? You actually are in the best timeline for either or. You could literally go grab really great lube switches from the more modern HMX molds, or I mean, honestly, just, you can shop any HMX. So if you want pre-lubed or factory lubed, HMX, SWK, KeyGeek makes great stuff. Yeah, I would say just shop maybe at UniKeys. They have all those things. If you want something dry to do yourself, there's the sky's your limit. Maybe stay away from buying factory lube stuff. But factory lube right now has gotten so good that you can literally pick any of those brands I just said and have a great time. There are very few... I mean, actually, you know what's funny? I would stay away from big names like Gateron, Cherry, JWK, and some of the other big ones. From factory lube stuff, for some reason, Cherry and Gateron have yet to figure out how to break the mold for factory lubing. They just suck at doing it. So maybe stick away from the big brands like that. I still don't get why. I don't get why they suck, man. Anytime. So the nipple, I guess, goes facing down. I have not messed with, I don't think I have, with KeyGeek Pumpkins. Interesting name. What's special about those? I've loved InvoKeys. Yeah, InvoKeys had some good stuff back in the day. I haven't really shopped for them in a while. By the way, I have a bit of an ask for you guys. I'm going to do a big revamp of my vendor list this week. If you guys have some time and want to contribute, maybe for regions I can't have access to, or don't have access to, like I never would buy from like a UK vendor, for example, because I have no need. If you guys know anything and want to participate in helping out there, maybe I've missed a vendor, maybe you have some feedback on a vendor, please consider sending me a message. Please, please, please. Okay, this is going to be a bit awkward to do now. Ribbon cables. How do they expect you to do this? This is weird. While we're on recommendations, I'm going to go buy my Sonnet. Polycarb bottom and top. Internal weights. Get anything for internal weights. Literally anything will sound good. In fact, I even like the aluminum Jedi buds if you don't want to spend a lot of money on that. Well, we have to feed this through. This. So the PCB cable and the screener cables are separate. This goes through here, and it's a little slot, but the foam, unfortunately, is blocking it a little bit. So I got to figure out a good little, just a little way to slip this in here. You know what I could do? Could do like this instead. Open the magnetic parts. Wait, but what about this part then, Momoda? Doesn't this still have to go through here? Or am I incorrect on that? I bought almost GM cases from Oblo. Oblo is really good, man. Truly so good. Damn, this is so weird how they did this. So strange. It would help if the foam wasn't misaligned, I guess. But there's not much we can really do. I think I got it there. Nope. Got it now. Perfect. Just had to move the foam around a little bit. Wonderful. And now you can move this into this. It doesn't line up. No, it doesn't line up, which is really weird. I don't get why it does that for. Unless this is supposed to go into the bottom here? I think this maybe would slip through this. As Momoda was saying. Oh yeah, maybe. Screen cable is not connected. So what the hell is this for then? What is percent doing? So nice.
Been a minute. Hope you've been well, dog.
Who is that? Jabalt? Jabalt, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it, dude. Oh, wait, let's put the foam in here before I forget. That is a little weird. Okay, we'll just take this apart for a moment. One goes to the PCB and the other goes to the screen. Oh, I see how that works too. I do not like that at all. Okay, let's put this in. Although this may be a little too much foam, but we'll see. Maybe we'll take it apart You have an extra cable? Okay, so it's not a spare. It's an actual thing we need to use. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh, foam didn't get cut properly. Okay, let's do this again. Ribbon cables suck. They do a little bit, huh? They just a little bit do. Oh wait, this way. So I guess I should put the other ribbon cable in first, I suppose. So maybe we should do that. So wait, this one would go to the inside of the board. Hold on, you know what? Let's take that to foam. Let's try to figure this out first. And I assume this would go here to this side. Use my tweezers. I mean, it's interesting. I wouldn't say this is super smart, but very interesting. How is that even gonna fit? Oh, I guess I would have to do this side first. Hold on, I understand. It'd be this first. Then these two would go through. I understand now. We get it now. We in on it now. We understand. We collectively got it. Okay. Now to get these through without losing the entire PCB here. This is the part I don't love. Oh boy. Having PTSD of the tenet and its cables. Yeah, the bottom foam is probably going to cause us a little bit of grief. But we'll make it through, everybody. We'll make it through. We got this one here on lock. Now it's just the second one. Should have not have done that. Messed it up. Alright, alright. I wonder if you do the PCB first to the bottom case. I feel like that would be insanely difficult. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try that. Let's give it a go. See if that slots in nicely. Maybe you're right. Keep science. Now the other thing is getting all these things aligned and the nipples sitting on it properly. Okay. Did this go through? It did. So that's through. Was trying to Google this, but couldn't find the answer. Where is the battery component to the Neo City 5? Actually, if you watch the longer VOD, I show it. But it's underneath the weight, or right, yeah, I guess right above the weight. It's very compact and hidden. No, I don't think this is a great way to do it. Oh, maybe we got it. Hold on. We did. Oof. Keep science. Keep signs with the solid suggestion. Still a little awkward, but you know what? We made it through. Let me screw the case together. But Neo does a really good job in hiding that, Jessica. So you don't really need to concern yourself, I guess, with if it's like a weird part of the board. But they pack it in there nice. One, and there is two. This is not a new, not a new board, I don't think. I don't even know if this is in stock. This is a client board. This is a client commission. Looking to purchase one, are there any potential downsides to a board with batteries? Well, here's the thing, right? You can always just go in and take them out, Jessica, right? The downside of having any battery in any product is eventually the battery could inflate with enough, usage and cycling. And, yeah, you always do risk the downside of perhaps something goes terribly wrong. So there is that potential downside of it. But ultimately, if you get the product, you can just open it up and take it out. They're pretty thin batteries. I kind of want to turn this on now, see if everything works. Whoa! That was an interesting boot up. Damn, look at this. That's kind of cool. Does it? Oh, this is this. I've seen this. I saw this at one of the meetups. It shows you what you type. I think Keybay Tech, Chester from Keybay Tech had this. Yeah. That's actually so cool. So you can do like one, or was it? Oh, this is F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's cool. Built-in key tester? Yeah, basically. Oh, that's super neat. It's a nice board. How much was this? $500, someone said? I can see why this is $500. A lot of stuff in this board. Alright, slap this in here. How to display the nav? I don't know. We'll find out. I'll type it out here once I put everything on. Teenage engineering design. I don't... Here, plug it in one more time then. I don't necessarily love the UI look of this one. I sort of do. It's not as bad. Actually, it's kind of cool the more you look at it. What does it do? Oh, it tells you words per minute. Sorry, I just clicked that 1,000 times. And what's this do? As you fill up the bar, does it do something? No, the bar just fills out. Hello world, it says there. Caps lock. Oh, it has like a little... I don't know if you guys can see that. Goes like on and off to caps lock there. Oh, look, page up and page down. Delete. That's cool. It's like an alt charge. Oh, it spins the bar fat. It spins quicker, I guess. Cool. And I guess these are for layers? I don't know if this has layers set up somewhere, but I'm guessing this would be for layers. That's kind of nifty, man. I don't know. I kind of fuck with that. That's kind of cool. What a neat board. Cable, stop falling down, please. Honestly, what a beautiful keycap set this is too. Great choice. I know you like both Type Plus and Night Stabs, but are you slightly partial to using one or the other? I have found from using a good number of a good number of Night Stabs sent over by swag keys, and a fair number of Type Plus, that I prefer the Type Plus ever so slightly, because I find myself needing to basically apply less lubricant, which is a win for me. And I think the reason why I'm applying less is simply because there's less contact that happens between the plastic and the wire on the Type Plus. Ever so slightly. Which means I have to just put ever so slightly less amount of lube. So maybe that's the only win I can really chalk it up. In the grand scheme of things, though, there's absolutely no way that I'm complaining about either one, because I think they're both insanely good. This is a fun foamy sound here. I appreciate the insight. I know your article rates them very closely. Yeah, I think I have Type... Do I have Type Plus a little bit higher? I think I do, right? I think I recently moved that. This is Retro Series Round 4. Junior Mars makes some cool stuff. I've seen a few keycap sets by them. Why do people still holy mod stabs? That's because it was an influencer at the time in the keyboard world who made that mod really popular. And I think it was kind of pitched as like a fix-all for stabs. In reality, I never liked that mod, because that mod potentially is the reason why you were getting bad stabs. So 2021 looking pretty good right now. Honest to God, bro, I feel you there. I get it, dude. You're not wrong. Damn, that was too real. This is nice. It's a cool board. Okay, my one criticism of this board, though, I hate this. You want to know why I don't like this? Dust. I get you can just use like an air blower thing, but I've always I appreciate the way it looks from right now. It looks cool, but I always think dust every time I see something with grooves like that. It looks like it's in a tray. I get that vibe a little bit. I actually like the way it looks a little bit. Like, I don't mind this kind of separated look. I just concern myself about the amount of dust being collected there. I love the coating on this, though. This is a beautiful, beautiful coating. So pretty. In your opinion, Mode Envoy versus Neo 65 CU, which is the better? You can only buy one. I don't think... I kind of wrote about this. I don't think there's a clear-cut winner here. Hear me out. If you're looking at from what you get in the box, then yes, the Neo 65 wins every day of the week. I think the Neo 65 is a bit more flushed out in terms of build than the Mode Envoy. However, there are still some problems that we've seen on the Neo 65 CU, being, as you guys saw, there's some slivers in the case that you can actually see through, which is kind of weird. It didn't close properly. I do personally think that you're never going to get the same typing feel out of both boards. The Envoy will always have a bit more bounce to it. Only the copper... Was it only found in the copper units? I thought we built the brass and we saw it too. We built the brass keep signs. We built the brass and saw both of them had the little slits on the side there. But you're going to find that the Mode Envoy has a softer typing experience. Every day of the week, Mode Envoy is going to win for softness in typing experience. I also think that the Mode Envoy has more of a sound signature that I am more aligned with. But here's the thing. I think you're going to get more builds and trial and error and just things you can do with the Neo 65 CU. I do like that a lot more. So either way, lucky it doesn't affect performance of the board. Yeah, it doesn't really, but if you have like a keen eye for those things and it bothers you, then yeah, it's not like 100% perfect, but it's worth mentioning. At the end of the day, I do think the Neo 65 makes more sense on paper. But dude, if you're looking, like if in your head you're like, well, actually, I do want something a bit softer and I do want something that sounds a bit brighter, then maybe the Envoy makes more sense. Either way, I don't necessarily think, because even the age of the Envoy definitely, came out a little bit before the 65 CU. And here's the thing: if you already have a mode, I don't think it's an upgrade. Like, I also don't really believe in upgrades for keyboards. I think if you want to buy it for collecting and just trying something different, then do it. But I don't think any of these keyboards in any sense are upgrades technically, unless something doesn't work. That is the only reason it can ever be an upgrade. A real answer, just buy both? Yes, actually, I forgot to mention that too. The Mode Envoy, which if you guys have seen some of my build videos, the Mode Envoy has a weird screw issue where it's like if you screw in the mounting screws too tight, it makes it sound metallic-y. So you have to be careful. Usually I half screw them or I just don't bother screwing it in at all. So either way, like unless you're turning your board upside down, which you probably won't, that shouldn't affect your build. Oh, there's some fun colors for this. Maybe we'll use the colorful arrows. But yeah, like I said, for me, it's not a black or white answer. For me, it's a bit more nuanced, but I'm also around keyboards all the time, so I'm probably a bit more, maybe pretentious is the right word in my answers there. Perhaps. I don't know what all these keys are again. I think this is considered, oh shit. Is this considered page up? I always forget. No, this is page up, I think. Should I just look it up? Oh damn, this is so soft feeling. These are hyacinths, yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna look it up. What's this set called again? Retro Series Round 4. Oh, this keyboard's not plugged in. VTU carrying the sound profile. The line on top is home, so this is home. Come back to me. That goes there. That means you are the one I'm looking for. You go here. Then you go here. Double line through is page up. Okay. Wish you a good stream. Thank you, Kiss. I appreciate that. And then I think this is what I need, right? This one? Okay. Oh, that's the wrong profile for this one. Oopsie. Which is the right profile? This one. All right. Very nice. I never cared for these icons. Neither do I. Damn, this is a really nice set. I guess I'm really waiting for my QK80 Mark II. It's gonna be there in 2 days. Ooh, that's gonna be a fun build for you. Are you? I guess. Well, are you gonna be building it the moment it comes in, or are you gonna wait for parts to come in still? Arrow with the X is delete? Yeah. This one here is delete. That's the only one I really know. My Crush 65 PC should be here tomorrow. Oh, everyone's getting keyboards this week. Everyone's eating this week for keyboards. All right. All right, well, here is the board. Actually, you know what? Before I plug this in, I wanted to show you guys some other stuff I was noticing. I like this very subtle Volt 2.0 over there. I like that a lot. That looks cool. And then I also noticed some just subtle text and words over here as well. I think that also looks really good too. I like when Volt does, or when Percent Studios does that. I'll leave this for the owner to peel off. but very pretty. Extremely, extremely pretty. Rip that off too. Very nice. Let's see what this sounds like. Now we can plug it in. Yeah, this keyboard's it's a big boy. Definitely a little bit bigger. But let's type. Can we hear the up arrow? Of course. Damn, look at the movement of the board too. Alright, let's see what this sounds like. It's leaf spring mounted, believe it or not, Kevin. Ooh. Yeah, there's like a weird... I wonder if that's one of the cables underneath, or... You know what it could be? It could be the leaf spring. It could be the leaf spring rattling underneath. You're right, it could also be a bad switch. Because it sounds like a rubbing. It doesn't sound like a rattle. It sounds like a rubbing sound. Okay, I'll play around with that afterwards. It's so faint. I'm surprised that the microphone picked that up. I guess I can't really hear it because I got headphones in. Need more forms? I don't know if this needs more foam. But I think this is really nice. You know what, though, guys? I actually do think... Oh. No, actually... You know, it probably is the switch. Let's try swapping it out. Is your wall blue or am I tripping? It's a little bit blue. It's like a weird blue-gray. You guys hear tapping? I don't hear tapping. I hear more of a rubbing. Could be the switch. Literally just could be the switch. Sounds like a loose stem to me. Yeah, it could just be a really bad switch. I heard a lot of tapping. Gwen said, I saw your website that you mentioned you explicitly do desoldering. I just built a custom keyboard. I've had parts lying around for 4 years. And I'm finished up with the last keycap on my backspace. I realized I messed up the stab, and to fix it, I have to entirely disassemble, desolder, fix the stab, reassemble, and resolder. Yeah, dude, I do that. You know what, Gwen? Don't even feel bad. I literally do that all the time. There are so many people who do the same thing. I can do that all for you. There would be a desolder fee and then just a reassemble fee. And then stabs and stuff I fix and lube and mod for free. That comes with the build service. So just fill out the form and I can help you out. But I know the feeling. I know the feeling, dude. Spent 6 hours building it after procrastinating for 4 years. Then wanted to cry. Gwen, I get you. I get you. I know the feeling. I've done that too. And I build keyboards almost every day where I mess something up and I sit there and I just put my head in my hands and I'm like, why did I do this? How did I mess this up? How dare I? But I can help you out. What board was it? Did I already replace this? I did, right? Yeah. It's gone now. Damn. Oh, you know what? Listen to this switch. I think it might be overlubed. Yeah, I think it was lube. I actually don't even think it was anything else. I think it literally was just lube. It happens. Yeah, it does happen. Your reply to the other chat member just pushed me over the edge. I might order the Neo 65 CU as a celebratory gift to myself. Dude, do it! Team Cancer Free for my doc? We love that for you. Jessica, 100% treat yourself to that. 100%. In fact, get more celebratory gifts. Congrats, by the way. That's awesome. That's super awesome. 100% get yourself that. That is amazing. Super amazing. In fact, get two. Well, obviously, be considerate in how you spend your money, obviously. But you know what? You deserve more gifts. Please spend responsibly. Thank you, Insty. Thank you. Very cool. Very cool board. Oh, yeah, and by the way, if anyone does need build commissions done, speaking of, because I know Gwen asked before, I do have slots open beginning of April. I think March is kind of a write-off now. We had a lot of last-minute projects that come in, so. But April, I think 6th is the next slot, so if you guys want boards done, let me know. It's about a month out. It's pretty much my standard wait time anyways. But I think I'm going to be doing just going forward, if you guys want photos, just request them, and I'll get you guys photos of your keyboards for free. Like, I've never actually charged anyone, I don't think, but usually I just didn't have time. But nowadays, if you guys want them, just, will you take my photo? Yeah, if you ship yourself. But if you guys want them done with your board, I'd take like 2 or 3 shots for you guys and just send them over to you guys. On my way? Yeah, this is a fun board, for sure. I thought you were selling photos of yourself? Would you guys buy them? Getting in the box now? Can I request Canadian citizenship? Come on over, Insty. I heard Alex is doing shots. Oh, I'm doing what now? What switches are these? These are Hyacinths. Here, I'll just put the box right here for you. These ones. Here. Actually, there. I don't know if Novelty still has these in stock, but... Do I have any personal boards? Well, I read the last part, non-cherry switches. Over $500 built with non-cherry switches that you'd recommend. So wait, do you want the switch recommendation, Mango, or do you want the personal board recommendation? I'm guessing switches? Well, I have roses in my Andromeda. That's I think that's my most expensive board, because I think that board was $730 or some shit like that. So I have roses in that. In my bias, I have Gatoron Cat V2s. In my Kaze, I have W1 Diamond. Well, I have the Diamond switches. I don't think they were called W1s at the time. It's actually, believe it or not, in some of my personal builds, there's only a handful with cherry and milky yellows. I just use those as a determining line for what's good or not. Dude, the diamonds in the Kaze it slapped. Yeah, baseline. That's the better word I'm looking for. Alex, we building the go-kart track this year? Good time to come visit? You're building like a personal one, or like in your area or something? You have a personal go-track or a go-kart track? God damn. We all going to way too luckies this summer, I guess. Okay, Rich. God damn, bro. Rich people business? Bro, I'm struggling to figure out what to do with what to do with some of the boxes we moved in with. We don't have the space anymore because technically we kind of downsized, but that's some fuck you money. How about Angry Meow Ice Pro switches? I have used those actually. I don't know if I'd put those in a board, like an expensive board, just because I haven't used them much, but I've used them. They were interesting. Angry Meow makes some interesting stuff. Y'all need to chill. Live in MN. Is MN Minnesota? I actually don't know what state that is. I did a job for a race car driver once. Do you think his driveway belonged to a golf course? Oh, is it really big? Bruno, thank you so much for tier 1, man. Appreciate it. Sup? Well, we just finished a board. I think the board turned out really nice. I hope the owner likes it. Now we're probably gonna get off, and I don't know. I think that's pretty much the day. Just got them from Novel Keys. Hell yeah. I think that's pretty much it. That's all for me. What about you? I don't really got a whole lot going on tonight. I might just make some popcorn and hang out. Thanks for another chill and positive vibe stream. I appreciate you guys for tuning in as usual. I think we make a pretty good little group here, you know? Check my DM. Check it right now. I'll check it right now. Okay, I'll add that to the list for next week. Way too lucky. Come to meetup. Is tomorrow a meetup? Is tomorrow one Keep Science or 2 weeks? Okay, I'll probably show up. Thanks for the third stream in 2 days. Anytime, man. I know. Well, I might watch it with Marcia. I think me and Marcia might set up a day to watch that. Maybe we'll watch it together, but I'll see what I do with Severance. TFT? What are we doing TFT right now? Oh, the TFTI. What does TFTI mean again? Jesus Christ, I am so out of the loop with things. Cheers. Thanks for the invite. Oh, do you want to watch it with me, Marcia? Have you seen it? Cheers for the stream. Always fantastic to see a stream note in my inbox. Thanks for being here, Jessica. Night. Well, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in as always. I will find someone to raid right now. Buying my new Sonnet now, man. Keep seeing it on your desk. Sonnet's nice. It's definitely on my main rotation. Is Lane streaming? Let's raid Lanes. Oh my god, I just clicked someone else by accident. Do I follow Lanes? I don't think so. Let me go see. Makers and crafting. Yeah, here. First one, it's recommended.
Invisible.
Oops.
Yo, Alex, thank you for the follow, dude. Appreciate
All right, everybody. Love you guys. Good night.
Thanks for popping in.
Out of all the boards, which one would you recommend the most? Like that I have? I really like all my mode stuff, man. You know, that's the easiest thing for me to recommend because it's always in stock, good customer service. Oh, out of all the mode boards, 65. The 65 I think is the most versatile out of all of them. If you can get an Encore, I'd say get an Encore, but the 65 is the most versatile. The nicest looking is the Sonnet.
Okay.
So, but until next time, guys, I really love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you guys maybe even tomorrow, who knows, but probably Sunday. Good night, everybody. Love ya.